everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the Pixie Palace. And here we are again for the weekly Oracle card reading for July 3rd, 2022. And as we start a new month, a lot of energy is shifting. We have been in a very incubative stage for the past couple of months. July is bringing a whole new energy, especially after the new moon in Cancer. And a lot of us are starting to take action, really go for our dreams, not just talk about it, not just brainstorm it, but actually really take step forward and go for it, regardless if we're scared to do it or not. And it's a great energy to be in since it's in a high vibrational frequency. Things will come to fruition as long as you show up every day and go for it. Now we're going to go on to the main event, the Oracle card reading for July 3rd, 2022. Remember, these are timeless, so anytime you watch these, they will have a message for you because you were led to watch it. All right, I hope you guys have a great week, and let's get into it. Now, as we get into the reading, we have 3 more beautiful cards for this week, starting July 3rd, 2022. And I feel a lot of messages coming through as I'm absorbing the energy of these cards. And the colors are brilliant and vibrant. So let's get into it. The first one is abundance. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have in fairyland and humanland. There is enough abundance for everyone. This is a really important card because abundance is plentiful right now. There's no such thing as abundance for one person and no abundance for another. Unfortunately, the way society has conditioned us, we tend to worry about missing out, or as you've seen in the markets, the regular market and the crypto market, the FOMO, once something happens, everybody has that fear of missing out, so they sell their assets. Same thing goes for a financial opportunity or a job that looks promising, and we might self-sabotage it because we're worried about not having it or not allowing ourselves to have that fortune. And it's really interesting because it all starts with us. As everything, it all starts within. It's all about the mindset. Now, you may be in a situation where you're thinking, well, I don't have much money, the physical money right now, and the bills are piling up. Inflation is horrible in this world, and it's hard to even put groceries or on the table or pay rent. Believe me, I'm right there with you. But the difference is when I wake up in the morning, a self-practice I do is gratitude. And you're probably tired of hearing me say that, but gratitude is very important. I'm very grateful and thankful for what I do have, and I don't worry as much about what I don't have. And I used to really wrestle with this. And from time to time, I'm human. I still do. But I've noticed lately I've been more of an abundance mindset where even if it's not physically in my reality yet, I know it's coming. I can feel the energy of it. And I know there is abundance for me. And it may not be just money. It may be in good health, in good friendships and relationships. Even just a beautiful day, the sun coming out and just feeling that brightness and positive uplift from the sun. Abundance comes in many forms. A lot of us think of it as financial. This includes financial as well. And it isn't always about me having a mindset and then all of a sudden money comes in. Sometimes it can be in the form of a bill is not as high as you think it would be, or you may go grocery shopping and you find a really good deal in one of the stores that you don't expect to. And it thus actually saves you money on groceries. Maybe you have a refill in the gas tank that's really high, but you end up saving money somewhere else. And sometimes, occasionally, The abundance attitude really comes in handy for a bill that came out of the blue that you really didn't expect. And while that in itself is not good, it might be your perspective on how you handle that situation. It may not be as triggering or as upsetting as you normally would have allowed it to be. Mindset is really, really super important. And of course, like anything, it takes discipline. For some people, it comes naturally, others it doesn't. But when you step back and take a moment to breathe from any anxious situation or any lack mentality and realign yourself with, I do have this already. It is coming to me. That abundance attitude every day really sets things in motion, and it will snowball into an energy that'll bring good things into your life. And again, for everyone, it's different. It could be something that happens very quickly, or it might take a little time. But whatever it is already yours. So, very important message this week, especially. The next card is Pure Intention. The Fairy of Manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. And this has several messages coming through. One is the face value message, pure intention. When you set to manifest something or just allow space for something to happen in your life, you have to set the intention in order for it to do so. Aside from doing the work, which is always necessary in some form, setting intention is also very important. You have to be clear and focused and decisive in what you want to bring into your life or what you want to cast out of your life. It could be a certain goal that you have in mind, a certain person or situation you want to bring into your life. It could be prosperity, abundance. It could be just taking a little downtime and doing some deep work. Whatever it is, always set the intention. Now, there is a catch to this. When you set your intention, everyone has free will. So when you set the intention of having someone answer your phone call or text you because you're missing them and you're sending them the energy that you really want them to call you or message you, it may not always work because everyone has free will. A lot of the time we'll really want something really so badly that we set that into an energy of resistance. And resistance repel. When someone is feeling that intensity, that neediness, that resistance, they are going to be repelled from that. And more times than not, they won't text, they won't call. That's just to give an example. But I've experienced that myself. I know a lot of other people have as well. So when you detach yourself from needing or wanting whatever it is you're setting the intention to, most likely in some form that intention will be realized. While it's very important to set the intention and be clear about it, it's best to let go of it and allow it to work in your favor. Because when we attach meaning to an intention so much that we get in the way of the universe trying to help us out, it's counterproductive. So just remember that as you set the intentions, and they have to be pure. They have to be do no harm against someone else. This month we're encouraged to do more from the heart space instead of the ego mind. Yes, use logic where it applies. Use your brain, of course. But when we use our heart space as a co-creator with our mind, it's a lot more balanced. The intentions are more pure, and a lot of great things will happen. But it's up to us to have that mindset. And the last card is Life Energy. The Happy Fairy of Sunshine brings lots of life-giving energy. She reminds you to shine your light and to reveal anything in the shadows that needs to be healed. This is probably the most important card of the week. As you may have noticed in my last reading, I talked about shining your light and really taking back your power, speaking your truth, and standing in that truth faithfully, but doing it in a way that empowers yourself to empower others. From this card, the life energy is so important, because when we shine our light out in the world, when we act in kindness and compassion while protecting our own energy, not be a doormat, always stand up for yourself. But when we do it in a way that brings good to the situation or brings light to the situation, then we'll have that ripple effect. There's a struggle with this, because when you hear shine your light and sunshine, you think of happy sunshine, the lack of a better phrase. You think, oh, happy light, positive. And unfortunately, positivity gets a real toxic connotation in the world. Positive energy doesn't always mean dancing around, being all frou-frou, love and rainbows, and mask anything bad in the world and not deal with things. That is not the case. Positivity, yes, it does mean uplifting one another instead of tearing each other down. It does mean trying to look at things from a glass half full instead of a glass half empty. And for some people it comes naturally, like myself, and others it takes discipline. And that's okay. That's where you're at. But just even little minor things, maybe tweaking a negative habit into something a little more positive, or when you actually do your inner work, your shadow work, and really heal certain traumas or triggers that you've been dealing with for a long time, as you transmute them and start healing those things, you'll start feeling lighter. You'll start feeling a little more positive, a little more hopeful. And if you're going through a tough time right now, you can still shine your light out there. You can still be helpful to someone else. You know that how they say when you're going through something, to get your mind off it, you help someone else? It's so true. And it really makes you feel like a part of something important. As long as you're doing from the heart space, not the ego, not for self-satisfaction, not for, oh, look at me, look how I help that person, because that's not coming from a pure intention or a pure heart. When we do it with that pure intention, like this card, we do shine our light out there. We make a difference. And it doesn't have to be a huge thing. It can be just listening to somebody who really needed it, or maybe helping somebody pay for their groceries if you can afford it, or just being the example of someone who really cares about others, who wants to give back. And it's amazing what a shift it can make. The important thing, though, is balance, as I always say. I'm always going to go back to that, because some of us give a lot of ourselves to others and to the world. We give a lot of our energy away. And while this is very well-intentioned, it's a beautiful thing to help others and to really want to make a difference in the world, we do have to take care of ourselves. We do have to protect our energy, and that is so important. Now, you may be someone who really helps a lot of people and who really doesn't mind doing that, but when you don't take care of yourself, you can't be helpful to others. So always remember to fill your own energy tank first. If you need to take a day off, take a day off. If you need to say no to certain things, say no, and don't apologize for it. Be kind and gracious in it, but don't feel like you have to apologize, because sometimes saying no is the best thing we can do for ourselves. All these things are interlinked, and when you streamline these things, not just this week, but going forward, you'll notice things come a little easier. Your understanding and your awareness will open up a little bit. And whether you're going through a difficult time or you're going through a really good time, this is all very beneficial to your spiritual path, as well as continuing with your life's mission. And I really think that this is important for this week, because July is a time where we are starting to really go forward and do our work. We're starting to get out of that hibernation mode, out of that rest mode, and starting to take action. And it's really important that we start doing that this week, because the time is now. The time is to take that leap of faith. And if you're not feeling positive right now, just having that faith and holding on to that hope as you take it day by day, even if it's just getting out of bed and taking a shower. You chose to keep going, and you chose to not let defeat get you. That is another version of positivity. And that all starts with your life energy. So as you can see, there are very powerful messages once again this week. It's really interesting to me, because I've noticed that my creativity and my flow has really, really ramped up the past couple of days. And I have a feeling this month it's going to be very powerful. As the world wrestles with all the negative things going on out there, there is a battle between the dark and the light right now. But the light has already won. We just have to keep going forward, showing up every day and setting the example of what light really is. And as we do that, we need to nourish our souls, take care of ourselves and our families and friends, those who are dear to us, and just really, really remember why we're here. We have everything that we need. We have all the tools. They're all inside of us. We just have to tap into our own pixie dust and our own magic. You have the key. You just need to unlock it. So that's the reading for this week. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you resonated with some part of it. And if you like these kind of readings, please click like and consider subscribing to this channel. There'll be a lot more videos coming, as well as some more topics on the horizon. And as we go forward in this week, I hope you all have a beautiful one. Happy 4th of July for those of you who do celebrate that. Otherwise, have an amazing week. Step out into your power. Go for your dreams and know you are enough. Until the next time, to know yourself is to know your truth. Namaste.